And exhaling. On the inhale, looking up at the sky or the trees. Exhale, looking down at your navel. Inhaling, looking up. And exhaling, looking down. And then just coming into a neutral spine. Tucking the back toes under, coming into a downward facing dog, pedaling the legs out. Feeling a stretch in the calf muscles. And on an inhale, taking the right leg up, bending the knee and opening the hip. And exhale, making some hip circles in one direction. And then reversing the direction. And kicking the right leg straight out behind you, inhaling here. Exhale, the right foot between your hands, left knee comes down. And slowly on an inhale, the arms come up overhead, sinking into that left hip. Exhaling here. And then bringing your hands down around the right leg, tucking the left toes under, coming back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the left leg comes up, bending the knee, opening the hip. On an exhale, making some hip circles in one direction. And then reversing the direction. And then kicking the left leg straight out behind you, inhaling here. Exhale, the left foot between your hands, the right knee comes down. Inhale, the arms come up overhead, sinking into that right leg. And exhaling here. And then bringing your hands around the left leg, tucking the right toes under, coming back to a downward facing dog. Inhale forward into a plank pose. Exhale back to a downward facing dog. Inhale forward into a plank. And exhale back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, bending the knees, gazing forward, walking your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms come all the way up. And exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Inhale, the arms come up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walking back to a plank pose. Inhale in plank. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. And taking an inhale through your nose. And sighing out through your mouth. And one more inhale through your nose. And sighing out through your mouth. One inhale, bending your knees, gazing forward, walking or hopping feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, the arms come up. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jumping back to chaturanga or coming into a plank. Meeting in chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the right leg comes up. Exhale, the right knee to the right elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right knee to nose, holding it here. And then bringing the right foot between the hands, coming into your high lunge. Left heel stays lifted. Inhaling here. Exhale, opening to a warrior two. On an inhale, reversing the warrior. Exhale, coming to extended side angle. So just flowing here, warming up. Inhale, reversing the warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. And on inhale, reversing the warrior. Exhale, cartwheeling hands around the right leg. Right leg comes to a three-legged down dog. Inhale, forward to a three-legged plank. Exhale, three-legged chaturanga. And both legs come down in upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left knee to nose. And bringing the left foot between your hands, rising up to your high lunge, sinking into that right hip. And breathing here. And the next exhale, opening to your warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, coming to extended side angle. Inhale, reversing the warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reversing the warrior. And exhale, cartwheeling hands around the left leg. Left leg comes to a three-legged down dog. Inhale, forward to a three-legged plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Both legs meet in upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. Taking an inhale through the nose and sighing it out through the mouth. On an inhale, bending the knees, gazing forward, either walking or hopping feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhales, the arms come all the way up overhead. Exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, sitting into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhaling here. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, meeting in chaturanga. Inhale, the upward dog. Exhale, back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the right leg comes up. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, taking the arm balance if you wish. Maybe coming into your chin stand. And then leaning back in chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the right leg comes up. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right knee to nose, engaging the core, and bringing the right foot between your hands as you slowly come up to your high lunge. Inhaling here, and exhale, opening to your warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, coming to extended side angle. Maybe taking the bind, right arm underneath, grabbing hold of the left fingertip, and gazing over the shoulder. Inhaling here, and exhaling. Maybe straightening that right leg, coming into a bound triangle. Then opening up your arms, coming into Trikonasana here. And inhale, your left hand comes to your left hip. Bending that right knee, the right arm comes out in front, coming into your Ardha Chandrasana. Bringing that left hand up, gazing at the left fingertips. Inhaling here. On an exhale, the left arm comes down, coming into your standing split. Inhales, the right hand comes to the right hip. On exhale, twisting and opening towards the right. And then slowly bringing your left leg down, coming into a twisted lunge. Inhaling here. Exhale, rolling to the outside of your left leg. Maybe grabbing hold of your right big toe, your peace fingers, or just coming to bring your right leg on top of your left, coming into a side plank here. Inhaling here. And exhaling. And bringing the right leg back up to the front of the mat. So you're in your low lunge here. Inhaling here. Exhale, the right foot comes back to meet the left in the plank pose. Inhaling in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, coming into your arm balance. And coming into your full chin stand. And leaning back in chaturanga. Coming to upward dog. And then coming back into downward facing dog. On an inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left knee to nose. And bringing the left foot between your hands, rising into your high lunge here. Inhaling here. And exhale, opening to your warrior two. On an inhale, reversing the warrior. Exhale, coming into extended side angle. Maybe coming into the bind. The left arm comes underneath, grabbing hold of your right fingertips. And gazing over that right shoulder. Inhaling here. Exhale, maybe straightening that left leg. Coming into a bound triangle. And slowly opening up your arms, coming into a triangle pose, gazing over the right fingertips. On an inhale, the right hand comes to the right hip. Exhaling as the left knee bends, slowly coming into your Ardha Chandrasana. Bringing that right arm up. And gazing over the right fingertips. Inhaling here. And exhaling. And then bringing your right arm down, coming into a standing split. On an inhale, the left hand to left hip. Exhale, you twist and open toward the left. And then slowly bring that right leg down. You're going to come to the outside of your left foot, maybe grabbing hold of your left big toe or just bring your left leg on top of your right. Coming into a side plank position here. Remembering to breathe. And slowly that left leg comes back to the front, coming into your low lunge. Inhaling here. Exhale, coming back to a plank. And inhaling in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. Taking an inhale through the nose. Then sighing it out through the mouth. On an inhale, bending the knees, gazing forward, hopping or walking feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale as you sit back in your chair pose, Utkatasana. And exhale, bringing hands to heart center and twisting to the right. And gazing over that right arm. Here, maybe opening up your arms, or if you want to come into your side crow, coming into your side crow, creating a nice shelf with your triceps, shifting forward. You're in your side crow, maybe trying to switch to Ekapada Kondanasana, so your chin comes down, and you switch it up, or not. That's something we can work on.
I'm like, I got a lot of dirt in my face. Grassy now.
Okay, now that we have a nice flavor of dirt and grass in our mouth, we'll come back to our twisted chair. And inhaling here. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, meeting back in chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhaling back to downward facing dog. On an inhale, the right leg comes up. Exhale, the right foot between your hands, coming into your high lunge. Inhaling here. Exhale, hands come to heart center, shifting forward into your warrior three. Inhaling here. Exhale, palms come down, coming into your standing split. Maybe trying to bring your nose to your knee. And on an inhale, left hand comes to left hip. twisting and opening towards the left. This time maybe taking the bind, bending the left knee, grabbing hold of the left foot with your left hand. Either staying here or maybe bringing your right hand to your heart center. Breathing here. And if you're in the bind, maybe opening back up to Ardha Chandrasana and bringing the left hand back down to a standing split. On an inhale, you're going to slowly rise up, hugging your left knee into your chest. And then you're going to bring your left inner foot to your right thigh as you prepare for tree, hands to heart center. Inhaling here. Exhale, maybe rising up, looking at the sky. And then bringing hands back to heart center, taking the left leg back behind you, grabbing hold of the left foot, preparing for dancer pose, leaning forward, right arm comes forward, picking that left foot into the left hand, inhaling here, and exhaling, then slowly rising back up, hugging the left knee into the chest. Hands come to heart center. You slowly bring the left leg back behind you, coming back to a warrior three. And then coming back to a high lunge. Looking up at the sky, inhaling here. And exhale, hands around the right leg. And bringing the right leg back to meet the left to a plank pose. Inhaling in plank, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, bending your knees, gazing forward. Exhale, hopping or walking feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale as the arms come all the way up overhead. And exhale, sitting in your chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands to heart center as you twist to the left. Maybe starting on the edge of your mat now, so you don't have to put your face into the ground.
It's still gonna happen.
Maybe coming into your side crow. Yeah, it still does happen. Inhale in here. And exhale, slowly coming back to your side. And then slowly folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, coming back to the chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, back to the downward facing dog. On an inhale, the left leg comes up. And exhale, the left foot between your hands, coming into your high lunge. Inhaling here. Exhale, hands to heart center, shifting forward, coming into your warrior three. And slowly, both hands come down to the mat, coming into your standing split. Again, maybe trying to bring your nose to your knee. On an inhale, the right hand comes to the right hip. Exhale, opening up. Maybe this time taking the bind, the right foot bends, grabbing hold of the foot with the hand, the right hand. Maybe bringing your left hand to your heart center. And breathing here. Then slowly opening back up to Ardha Chandrasana. Bringing the right palm down to the mat, coming into your standing split. On inhale, rising up as you hug your right knee into your chest. Bringing the right foot to the inner left thigh, coming into tree. Hands to heart center. Inhaling here. Exhale, shifting your gaze up towards the sky. And slowly bring your hands back down. Right knee out in front, preparing for dancer. The right hand grabs the right foot. And slowly kicking the right foot into the hand and tilting forward into your dancer pose. Breathing here. And slowly coming back up. Again, hugging the knee into the chest, hands to heart center as you slowly come back into your warrior three. And then coming back into your high lunge. And then hands come around the left leg comes back to a plank pose. Inhaling in plank, exhale chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhaling back to the downward facing dog. The forearms come down into the mat, preparing for dolphin pose. So you have two options here. You can either take one leg up at a time, inhaling one leg and exhaling it down, inhaling the other leg, or if the forearm balance is in your practice, you can try it here. Remember, you're on the grass, so it's an easier fall, but it's a harder balance. So
Need my blocks.
bring your block
different.
wherever you are, just holding here for a couple more breaths. And slowly coming back down, doing the form balance or doing dolphin. Doing dolphin, just bringing one palm into the mat and the other coming into your downward facing dog. Inhale forward into a plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhaling back to the downward facing dog. On an inhale, bending your knees, gazing forward. Exhale, walking or hopping, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, the arms come all the way up. And exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Inhale, the arms come up. And exhale, coming into your chair pose, Uttanasana. Inhaling here. Exhale, planting your palms, coming into your crow pose. Lifting one leg up and then the other. If you're in crow pose, maybe trying to tuck your crown of your head down to the mat, coming into a full tripod. Breathing in your tripod. If you're in your tripod, maybe coming back to crow, and you bring your knees back to your triceps, slowly rising up. Maybe shooting your legs back, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. I have to challenge you guys. You guys are getting too good. Upward dog. Felt the journey and the challenge. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale as the right leg comes up. Exhale the right foot between your hands. Coming into your high lunge here. Inhaling here. And exhale, bring your left arm underneath your right, elbows away from your chest, keeping a nice back bend, feeling that stretch between your shoulders. Inhaling here. And exhale, leaning forward, taking off as you come to balance on your right leg for a variation of warrior three. Inhale as you slowly come up, the left leg comes over the right, coming into eagle. Exhaling as you sink deeper into the pose. Slowly folding forward. The left leg comes back behind you, coming into a warrior three. And then coming back into your high lunge with eagle arms. Inhaling here. Exhale, releasing the arms up overhead. Inhaling here. Exhale, opening to a warrior two. On an inhale, reversing the warrior. Exhale, coming to extend at side angle, taking the bind. Right arm underneath, grabbing hold of the left fingertip to the wrist. And gazing over that left shoulder. On inhale, looking down at your right foot, walking your left foot in to meet the right, preparing for bird of paradise. Bringing all your weight onto your left leg as you slowly rise up. Inhaling here. On an exhale, maybe trying to straighten that right leg. And then bringing your right leg down. We're going to come into bird of hell. So now bringing all your weight into the right leg as you bring the left leg up. And then bringing the left leg down, opening up your arms, coming into a triangle pose. So breathing into this pose. Give a nice breath and stretch. Inhaling here. Exhale, the left arm comes down, squaring off your hips as you fold over that right leg. The left foot can come in a little bit. Gazing forward, then folding over that right leg. And then bending the right knee, coming back to a plank pose. Inhaling in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling out through the mouth. On an inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, the left foot between your hands. Slowly coming up to a high lunge. Inhaling here. Exhale, the right arm underneath the left, elbows away from the chest as you take a nice back bend. Then slowly tilting forward, coming into your warrior three with eagle arms. Inhaling here and exhaling. The next inhale, slowly coming up, the right leg comes over the left, coming into eagle. Holding here for one more breath. Exhale as you slowly fold back over. And bringing your right leg back behind you, coming into a warrior three. And then coming back to your high lunge with eagle arms. And slowly releasing the arms up overhead, inhaling here. Exhale, opening to a warrior two. On an inhale, reversing the warrior. And exhale, coming to extended side angle, coming into the bind. Gazing over that right shoulder. Inhaling here. And exhaling. And looking down at your left foot. The next exhale, walking your right leg in to meet the left. Bringing all the weight into your right leg as you inhale, coming up. And maybe exhale, trying to straighten that left leg. And breathing here. And slowly bring that left leg back down. Again, we're going to come into bird of hell, so all of the weight is going to come into that left leg this time as you slowly bring that right leg up. Just playing around with the balance. And then coming back to a bound side angle, opening up those arms, coming into a triangle pose, gazing at the right fingertips. And then the right arm comes down, squaring off your hips. The right leg can come in a little bit, folding over that left leg. Feeling a deep stretch here. And then bending the left knee, coming back into a plank pose. Inhaling in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. Taking an inhale through the nose and sighing it out through the mouth. Again, inhaling through the nose and out through the mouth. On the next inhale, bend your knees, gazing forward, hopping or walking feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms come all the way up overhead, and exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Inhale, the arms come all the way up, and exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, meeting in chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale, back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the right leg comes up. Exhale, the right knee to the left elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, the right foot comes all the way through, coming into a fallen triangle. The left arm comes up. You can either stay here if you want to grab your left big toe, your right big toe with your left peace fingers. You can slowly raise that leg. Inhaling here and exhaling. You have the big toe, releasing the leg back down to the mat or grass, maybe bringing it back a little bit. Inhaling in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back to plank. The right leg comes back out of fallen triangle now. Coming back up to a three-legged down dog. Inhaling here. Exhale, the right foot between your hands. Coming into a wide angle here. Wide angle forward fold. Palms directly underneath the shoulders. On an inhale, the hands come to heart center. Exhale, bending your right knee. Left toes come up. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bending left knees. The right toes come up. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bending the right knee. Left toes come up. And inhale, back up. Exhale, bending the left knee. The right toes come up. And inhale, back up. Exhale, folding forward. Bringing the crown of your head down to the mat, coming into a tripod. Slowly rising up. And if you're in your tripod, just focusing on our core. Again, we're going to do the exercise where we bring our legs wide apart to a straddle. Exhale, bring them to 90 degrees. They bring them close together and back up. So inhale, legs go out to a straddle. Exhale, down. Inhale, back together. And exhaling up. Last one, inhale, straddle. Exhale, down. Inhale, together. And exhale, back up. And holding here for a couple more breaths. The next exhale, coming into a straddle pose. Slowly coming back down to the mat. Engage your core. Palms again directly underneath your shoulders. Inhaling here. Exhale, you're going to walk your palms out in front, bending your knees, coming into a frog pose. Maybe coming to your forearms in the nice wet grass. You can stick your head there, see how many ants can crawl up on you. Just sinking your hips back towards your heels. Opening those hips where all of our tension is stored. Oh, and there's so much tension. And holding here for 2 more breaths. And slowly bringing your palms into the grass, walking up, raising your chest, coming to tuck your toes under, pushing back up into your wide-legged forward fold. Inhales, your hands come to your hips. Exhale, slowly rising up. The left toes turn out, the right toes turn out. Coming into a warrior 2. Inhale, reverse the warrior. And exhale, cartwheeling hands around the right leg. The right leg is going to go all the way to the side of the mat. Left heel is going to come up, preparing for your lizard pose. Either staying on your palms or coming to your forearms. Left knee can be raised or lowered. The left knee is up, slowly bringing the left knee down. Neither staying on your forearms and bringing your right arm back behind as you bend your left knee and grabbing hold of the foot, or coming to your palms, getting a deep quad stretch here and gazing over that right shoulder. Slowly releasing. Palms come into the mat. Left toes tuck under. Again, if you want to come into your arm balance from here, the right leg is going to come straight, coming into a straddle position. Then coming into Acropotic Bhujangasana. From here, coming into a Chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, bend your knees, gazing forward. And exhale, walking or hopping, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms come all the way up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, meeting back in Chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, left knee to the right elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left knee comes underneath the right elbow, coming into your fallen triangle. Right arm up and over. If you choose, you can grab your left big toe with your right peace fingers, raising the left leg. Holding here for a couple more breaths. And slowly releasing the left leg back down, squaring off your hips. That left leg is still in the fallen triangle. Inhaling in plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, the left leg comes back to a three-legged down dog. And then back to a downward facing dog. Inhaling through your nose, sighing out through your mouth. On an inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, the left foot between your hands, coming into a side, paralleling your feet and coming into a wide-legged forward fold. This time, maybe grabbing the big toes with your peace fingers, trying to widen your legs, maybe trying to bring your head down to the mat. Coming into a deep stretch here. And taking a couple of breaths here. And slowly rising up, palms underneath your shoulders. So again, you have the option for another inversion, or you can just come and bring one palm directly underneath your chest and twist and open, and then bringing the other palm underneath your chest and twisting and opening, and kind of just taking the vinyasa there, following your breath. And taking one more on each side. And then bring your palms again directly underneath your shoulders. On an inhale, hands come to heart center. Exhale, slowly rising up. So heels come in, toes come out. Inhales, the arms come up for star pose. And exhale, sinking into your goddess pose. Maybe trying to raise your heels. Inhale as you bring your shoulder blades together, opening up your chest. Exhale, rounding your spine, elbows out in front. Inhale, opening your chest, shoulder blades together. And exhale, rounding your spine. And then bringing your arms again by your sides in a 90-degree position. Inhaling here. And exhale, slowly straightening the legs, bending the left knee as the left toes come out, coming into a warrior two. Inhale, reversing the warrior. And exhale, bring your hands down. The left foot comes all the way out to the left side of the mat. The right heel comes up, coming down to your forearms or staying on your palms. Again, the right knee can be lifted or bringing the right knee down to the mat. Sinking into your bigger toes. Again, either coming to your palms, or staying on your forearms, you keep your left arm back around, bending the right leg, grabbing hold of the foot as you look over your left shoulder. Slowly releasing that right leg, coming back to the palms of your hands, tucking the right toes under. Again, if you want to come out of this in an arm balance, taking the arm balance at the Pada Vinyasana, lifting your weight forward. Meeting in downward facing dog. And slowly bend your knees down to mat, coming into a wide-legged child's pose. Really trying to stretch those arms out to the top of the mat. Doing a nice stretch underneath the shoulders. And slowly coming back into a tabletop position. Inhale as you gaze up at the sky. And exhale, tucking the back toes under, coming into a downward facing dog, pedaling your legs out. Inhale, bending the knees, gazing forward. Exhale, walking or hopping, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms come all the way up. And exhale, bringing hands to heart center. And then just taking your right peace fingers around your right big toe, slowly coming to straighten the leg out in front of you, or you can always just hold onto your knee. You're going to inhale here, exhale, opening it out to the right. Maybe your gaze is over your left fingertip. Inhaling here, feeling a deep stretch in your right inner groin and leg. And exhale. The right leg comes back in front of you. This time taking the left hand to the outside of your right leg, twisting over to the right. Inhaling here and exhaling. And bringing the right foot to the inner left kind of hip crease. You're going to inhale, bring your hands to heart center. Exhale, just sinking into this pose. Bringing your hands down, feeling a deeper stretch in your outer hip. You can either stay here, coming into the arm balance. The right arm comes over the left tricep. And slowly picking off, coming into the arm balance. Wherever you are, just holding this stretch or this balance for a couple more breaths. Slowly coming back down, how you come into it. Again, on inhale, hands come to heart center. Exhale, slowly rising up, releasing the right leg to meet the left, just shaking it out. We're just going to take a wrist stretch here as we inhale, the arms come up. And exhale, slowly coming down. You can bend your knees if you need to. You're going to slide the palms of your hands underneath the balls of your feet, rocking forward and back, getting a nice wrist stretch. And then slowly releasing your hands from underneath your feet. Inhale as you come all the way up. And exhale, bringing hands to heart center. And inhale, taking your left foot, your left big foot with your left piece fingers, straightening it out. Inhaling here. Exhale the left leg out to the side. Slowly bringing the left leg out again. Getting your right hand to the outside of your left foot as you twist and you open towards the left. Doing the deep stretch in your outer left thigh. And I see again. And then turning around again, bringing your left foot to the inner right hip crease. On an inhale, the arms come to heart center. Exhale, slowly sinking into those hips. Bringing your hands down to the ground. So either staying here, this is a nice stretch for your thigh and your hip, or if you want, coming into the arm balance, creating a shelf with your triceps. And slowly bringing that right leg up. Wherever you are, really breathing deeply into that balance or that stretch. Slowly coming out of it, how you came into it. On an inhale, hands come to heart center. Exhale, slowly coming out, releasing the left leg to meet the right. Just shaking it out. We're coming into the home stretch, no worries. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, coming back to a plank pose. And inhaling in plank. Exhale, we're gonna come all the way down to our belly. And creating a pillow with our interlacing our hands. Bring one foot to one side. Maybe bending your knees, interlacing your legs from side to side. And bringing your other cheek to the other side, balancing your neck. And straighten your legs out behind you, interlacing your hands at the base of your spine, rising into the locust on an inhale. The chest rises in the thighs and the legs, gazing up just a little bit in front of you. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, the belly rises, and exhale, it falls. And inhale, the belly rises. And exhale, slowly coming all the way down again, creating a pillow with your hands. You can bend your legs, interlacing your feet from side to side. And then taking your arms back behind you, grabbing hold of your feet, preparing for bow. On an inhale, slowly rising up. Exhale, sinking into the pose. Then taking one more breath here. Then slowly releasing back down to the mat. Again, you can interlace your legs, you can just wiggle your hips from side to side, whatever feels good. Taking a couple of breaths to really feel the effects of the pose. And slowly, you're going to bring your palms into the mat and coming back into a child's pose. Then coming back to all fours. I'm going to take a shoulder stretch here. So inhale, the right arm comes up. Exhale, threading the right arm underneath the left. Maybe bringing the left arm up back behind you, grabbing hold of the right outer thigh. Releasing your head down to the mat. Remembering your left hand back down on the mat, letting yourself. The right arm comes up on an inhale, and exhale, releasing the right arm down. And on the inhale, the left arm comes up. Exhale, spreading the left arm underneath the right. And the right arm comes up back behind you, grabbing hold of the left outer thigh. And then bringing your right palm into the mat. On an inhale, the left arm comes back up. Exhale, releasing the left arm to meet the right. We're just going to come into a pigeon pose from here. So paralleling the right shin to the top of the mat. Sending the left leg out back behind you. Inhale as you take a back bend here. And exhale, folding over that right shin. Fold and rising up. Bending that left knee, grabbing hold of the left foot. And slowly release that leg. I'm just coming to sit down on your hippie. The left leg comes out to the side as the left right foot to the inner left thigh. We're going to inhale to bring our arms up overhead. And exhale, folding over that left leg. Slowly coming back up. You're going to take your right palm to the kind of outside of your right hip. You slowly come up. And taking a nice back bend and opening here. You're opening your hips and your chest. Slowly coming back down. Taking your left leg over your right shin. Inhale as you take a little back bend. And exhale, folding over your head. Slowly coming up. You're going to keep your left hand parallel, taking your right leg back behind you, preparing for your pigeon pose. Inhale as you take a slight back bend. And exhale, folding over that left leg. And slowly coming up, bending the right knee, grabbing hold of the right foot with the right hand, either staying here or maybe coming into your king pigeon. Feeling the deep stretch through in the front of your thigh. Slowly releasing, coming back down, sitting down, taking the right leg out, the left foot to the inner right thigh. Inhale as the arms come up overhead, and exhale, folding over that right leg. And slowly rising back up, the left palm comes outside the left foot. As you slowly inhale and exhale, rise up, feeling a deep breath here. And slowly coming down. The right leg is going to come over the left shin. curling your shins again. Inhale to take a little bit of a back bend. And exhale, falling over those shins. And slowly coming back up. Bringing your legs out in front of you, coming into a boat pose. Inhaling here. Exhaling half boat. Inhaling back to boat. Exhale, half boat. Inhaling back to boat. And exhaling, half boat. And then all the way down to your back. You're going to bend your knees, bringing them back width apart. Bringing your knees together, coming into like a knocked knees and windshield wiper, bring them from side to side. And then bringing the soles of your feet together, your knees apart, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Closing your eyes, feeling your belly rise and fall with each inhalation and exhalation. Slowly extending your legs out in front of you, knees width apart. We're staying in Supta Baddha Konasana, whatever feels right for you today. Palms facing up alongside your side. Trying to take these few moments to stop thinking about what's happening today. That's very difficult. Flossing into your head, acknowledging those thoughts, acknowledging that we have no control over what's happening. Each day at a time, each moment at a time. All of this is easier said than done. But just being grateful for these moments that we have together. And slowly hugging your knees into your chest, rocking from side to side. Falling over into a fetal position. And coming into your fetal position, taking a couple of breaths here. Really focusing these breaths on self-compassion. We're not kind to ourselves. We can't really be kind and help other people. Remembering to always carve out some time for yourself. Slowly coming up in the cross-legged fetal position. The arms come up overhead, inhaling here. And exhaling the hands to heart center. Namaste. They did exceptional. Wow. Thanks, guys. Oh, you're welcome. Oh my